Hey guys, and welcome to a small update video of Medieval Dynasty. Sorry for the abrupt ending of the last episode. Hotfix 0.4 and 0.5 went out, and I really thought we have to look at this in a separate video. So let me go over what is the update, the Hotfix 0.4 that was released just before the weekend now. The developers sent it out saying, hey guys, here's something for you to play with over the weekend. Enjoy. Really, really great to see that the guys are doing that, and it was actually quite a substantial update. So a lot of things they have changed. Basically, your barn is the first change. If you had a lot of workers in your barn, you will find they're all right now not working because they have been unassigned, because your barn has changed. The actual amount of people that can work in your barn has been reduced to 4. Because they've added 2 new barn buildings. So if we look at our farm buildings, we can see we now have barn 2 and barn 3, which makes sense. It goes in line with all the other working buildings we have, where the increase in slots, where the slots increase, for the numbers of workers. Really, really good. Now, there was a big change in regards to food spoilage and additions to how food spoils where, but we're going to get to that in a second. So another thing they did is when you dig up stumps, you now get a log back, which is great. Also, all the resources you get from mining nodes, like stone and the iron rocks that you have in the mines, as well as clay, will no longer drop any resources until the durability has hit 0. So only when you're completely done mining a node will you get the rewards, which makes sense. It's less clutter. I kept chasing things around on the floor when they kept rolling away in the middle of getting that rock down to 0%. So yeah, that's a great update, I think. There is an update which I don't fully understand. Talk to NPCs related to quests at night. I hope that means that quests can be handed in to sleeping NPCs, because that was one of the most annoying things. You finish a quest, the season is about to switch over, and you know you're gonna get the minus Dynasty ramp, and you're there, right there, looking at the NPC, and they're like, nope, not waking up. I hope it means that they wake up. In general, I think NPCs should just full stop wake up when you talk to them. End of story. If they have a quest that you don't have yet and you want it, you should be able to wake them up. I mean, if they don't like it, they should wait. Maybe they should wake up and then, I don't know, charge you extra in their inventory or something if you wake up the vendors. I don't know, but I think in general, people should wake up when you talk to them in the game. So they reduced the number of employees on the barn. We checked that. Increased animal attack frequencies, and one big change now as well. They added more autosave slots. So you now have multiple autosave slots. So when you go into your loads, you can see you have autosave 1, autosave, and there will be an autosave 2, which then makes a total of 3, or an autosave 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure, this is an old one. So the new ones will have 3 autosaves, which is very good if you haven't saved yourself for a while, that you can go back on one. Also, they added the version now to the save game, which is very important. So you can see, when you have an old game that you might not want to load this because things might break. Very handy, good information. I hope named saves will be the next thing they're gonna add for us. There is a few other little minor things that were updated or changed and fixed, so please go check them out yourself on the actual Medieval Dynasty community pages for the updates. Now, let's get into the elephant in the room of these updates, the food spoilage. Now, food already spoiled. We didn't have, that's not a new thing, yeah, but it's spoiled in our inventory at a certain rate. I don't know exactly what the rate was before, but I did see food go down to 50% when it was in my inventory, and when I put it back into my chest, I saw I had all of a sudden 2 sets of food, one 50%, one 100. So food spoilage was always there. So with patch 0.4, they've added food spoilage now to chests and food storage. So before it was only your inventory. And for different foods, food spoilage happens at different speeds. So for fruits, for example, eggs, vegetables, fresh meat, roasted meat, roasted meat, 2 seasons in your inventory, then the food is spoiled. After 4 seasons in your chests, it will be spoiled. And after 8 seasons in your food storage, it will be spoiled. So it's always double. Whatever the spoilage time is in your inventory, it's doubled for chests and then doubled again for food storage. So bread, for example, is 3 seasons in your inventory, 6 seasons in the chests, and 12 seasons in food storage. The longest lasting foods right now in the game are dried meat. They last 4 seasons in your inventory, 8 seasons in your chests, and 16 seasons in your food storage, which is really, really good. Now, one other major change they made to farming and the manure is no longer used for your fields. What is used for your fields now is fertilizer. So as you go, let me have a look here. Let me go to my chest. So we still have manure, obviously, in our chest because that's what we had before. But all vendors have now been updated to sell fertilizer. And it says here as well, change manure to fertilizer in vendor's inventory, which can be purchased. Manure will be exchanged to fertilizer in the next season. I'm not sure exactly what that means because manure is still a thing. I'm thinking you still get it from pigs, and I'll show you now in a second why. I'm assuming they're saying all the manure we have here will be changed to fertilizer. But the way this works now is, let me take actually just 2 out. And another one for comparison. So now in the barn workbench we have a new recipe. We can craft fertilizer from manure. We can also craft fertilizer from rot. And rot, I think, is what you get when food spoils. I don't actually have any spoiled food, so I can't really show you. But rot, I think, is what spoiled food turns into. And for 10 rot, you can make fertilizer, which makes total sense. Now, this recipe here for manure, if all manure gets changed to fertilizer, the only reason that makes sense to me for still being a thing is because I'm assuming when you make the pigsty, they're still going to crap all over the place, and you're going to have to pick it up and turn it into fertilizer. So that might actually still be a valid thing. But your farms will no longer use manure. They have to use fertilizer. So I wonder if they updated the description in the bags actually. So let's quickly check that. So if I have my bag in my hand, it now says fertilizer. Excellent. So if I drop the fertilizer on the ground, I should no longer be able to use it because this is manure. So if I have my bag now, yeah, I have nothing. I have to actually have the fertilizer in my inventory. Very good. So it takes 2 manure to craft fertilizer. I like the changes. Food spoilage was always kind of there, but I do like that we now have food spoilage in your food storage, in your chests as well, and that they generate rot. It's always something nice, you know, because the next thing we need then is where we're thinking, oh, I want more fertilizer quicker. So we need to make food spoil intentionally. So maybe we get some new items in the long run, like food spoilers, like we had an Ark, for example, yeah, where we can intentionally spoil food faster. And I think it would give us a good use for food we collect too much. In the moment, my hunters sometimes, they collect way too much food and then have to stop them because there's no management screen ability right now where you can say, hey, in my hunter's hood, could you do me a favor and actually stop giving me meat? You know the way in some houses you have like, I think it's like in the smithy, you have these management screens here? I wish they would have that for resources as well. That you have like a resource management screen as well, where you can say, oh, okay, let me change this, you know, what I want. So that way it means you could say, oh, I don't actually want any more meat. Let's just not collect any more meat. Let's not collect any more salt from mine. Salt is just filling up my food storage chest. I don't really want it. But that will come over time. I'm sure they're going to add more and more quality of life changes, as we could see already in the last couple of patches. Anyway, I'm not going to drone on any longer. This is supposed to be a short video, so I hope you guys have the information that you need between the patch notes and here. And let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on the food spoilage. What are more changes that you would like to see in regards to food and spoilage and farming, besides having the farmers fix to work reliably? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to kick that like button in the balls, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and see you guys next time. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.